In a world that often forgets the stories behind the faces we see on screen, this is one we won't let fade. Today, we're sharing the remarkable, heartfelt journey of Kelley Mack, a gifted actress, a loving daughter, a passionate creator, who touched lives with more than just her roles. This is not just a tribute, this is her story. Kelley Lynn Klebina was born on July 10, 1992, in Cincinnati, Ohio. From a young age, there was a creative spark in her that couldn't be dimmed. Her childhood was filled with art, stories, and a deep curiosity for performance. She wasn't just playing pretend, she was already writing her own scenes. Raised in a supportive family alongside two younger siblings, including her brother Parker Mack, also an actor, Kelley grew up in an environment where dreams were nurtured, not dismissed. Her parents, a businessman and a real estate agent, encouraged her to explore who she truly was. Kelley graduated from Hinsdale Central High School in Illinois in 2010. She didn't just want to act, she wanted to understand the craft. That led her to Chapman University in California, where she studied cinematography and film production, graduating in 2014. She wasn't in Hollywood to chase fame. She wanted to create meaningful art, on screen and behind the camera. During these early years, Kelley began producing and acting in indie projects. Each performance, no matter how small, carried the same depth, the same sincerity, the same light. Her breakout came in 2018, when she was cast as Addy in Season 9 of The Walking Dead. Addy wasn't the biggest character, but Kelley brought her to life in a way that resonated. Quiet strength, empathy, fear, and courage combined. Her fans noticed. Her peers admired her. Kelley wasn't just acting, she was connecting. She would go on to appear in Chicago Med, 911, and films like Broadcast Signal Intrusion and Delicate Arch. And off-camera, Kelley began producing short films and voiceover work, including voice-matching Gwen Stacy for Spider-Verse promos. Her work ethic was real, her vision unique, her heart unmistakable. Despite her rising career, Kelley stayed grounded. She loved storytelling, but she loved people more. Colleagues described her as warm, curious, and deeply thoughtful. She was the kind of person who checked in, who made others feel seen. Kelley championed indie voices, often working behind the scenes to help lesser-known creators bring their visions to life. She once said in an interview, "If what I do can spark something in someone else, give them a voice, a hope, that's more than enough." For Kelley, the work was never about her. It was about the impact. In November 2024, Kelley shared a heartbreaking update with her followers. She had been diagnosed with diffuse midline glioma, a rare, aggressive cancer that affects the central nervous system. Even in the face of a terminal diagnosis, Kelley chose transparency, courage, and advocacy. She documented her journey with raw honesty, raising awareness about a disease many had never heard of. In her final months, she reminded us all of the strength found in vulnerability and the quiet bravery of those fighting invisible battles. On August 2nd, 2025, Kelley Mack passed away peacefully in Cincinnati, surrounded by her loving family. She was just 33 years old. The tributes poured in, fans, friends, co-stars, all remembering her warmth, her talent, her authenticity. One former colleague wrote, "Kelley lit up every room, not because she tried, but because it was who she was." In a world often distracted by noise, Kelley lived with intention. She listened, she created, she gave. And in doing so, she left behind more than a resume. She left behind a legacy. Kelley Mack's story reminds us that life isn't measured in years, but in impact. In every scene she played, in every story she told, in every quiet act of kindness, she gave something real. And though she's gone, her work, her spirit, and her message live on. Let us not forget her. Let us learn from her. Let us honor her by living with that same quiet strength, compassion, and purpose. Rest in peace, Kelley. You mattered. You always will. Learn more about diffuse midline glioma. Subscribe for more real stories that matter. Leave a tribute to Kelley in the comments.